Welcome children. In this video, let's learn about animal tissues classification. What are tissues? A group of cells joined together and perform a specific function is known as tissue. The study of tissues is known as histology. Based on the origin and structure, these tissues are classified into simple tissues and compound tissues. If similar cells are joined together, then that is known as simple tissue. If different types of cells are joined together and perform a specific function, then that is known as compound tissue. Based on the structure and function, there are four types of basic tissues. They are epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues, and nervous tissues. Epithelial tissues are further divided into simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Connective tissues are divided into connective tissue proper, supportive connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Muscular tissues are differentiated into skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Nervous tissues are made up of neurons. They form nervous system. Now we'll see in detail about simple epithelial tissues. Based on the structure and function, they are further divided into squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, and glandular epithelium. Squamous epithelium are found on the regions of lining layer of lungs, alveoli, skin, and tongue. They protect these delicate organs from mechanical injury. Cuboidal tissues are cubes-like structure. They are present in intestine and kidney. The functions of these tissues are secretion and absorption. Columnar tissues look like column-like structure and they are found on the regions of stomach, colon, and oviducts. The functions of these tissues are secretion and absorption. Both cuboidal and columnar tissues helps in secretion and absorption. Ciliated epithelial tissues look like columnar tissues, but they are having cilia on the tissues. These cilia helps to remove particles, the foreign particles from the tissues. The ciliated epithelial tissues are found on the trachea or windpipe, kidney, and oviducts. Glandular epithelial tissues are found on the gastric glands. Their function is secretion, not absorption. Next to simple epithelial tissues, compound epithelium. They are in multi-layered and made up of different types of cells. The main function of this compound epithelium is to give protection to the underlying tissues against mechanical and chemical stress. They also cover the dry surface of the skin and moist surface of the buccal cavity and pharynx. Next to epithelial tissues, connective tissue. There are four types: connective tissue proper, supportive connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Under connective tissue proper, there are two types of cells: areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Areolar tissues are made up of collagen fibers, and in between the collagen fibers you can see air space. These spaces are known as areolae. So these collagen fibers are loosely arranged. This areolar tissue is repair in function. And adipose tissue contains oval or spherical shaped cells. The function of these adipose tissue is to store fat. Supportive connective tissues are of two types. One is cartilage and another one is bone. Cartilage cells are soft, semi-rigid and flexible in nature. Bone cells are solid, rigid and they contain calcium and collagen materials. In between the bone, in the matrix, lamellae is present. Here, in between the cartilage, you can see the large cells. The cartilage cells are very large that are known as chondrocytes. In between these large cells, you can see space that is known as lacunae. In the lacunae, osteocytes are present. In the lacunae, osteocytes are present, that is bone tissue. This cartilage lies on the tip of the nose, ear, long bones, trachea and larynx. These bones provide shapes and give structural framework for all the living organisms. They protect soft tissues and organs. These cartilages provide support and flexibility. The third connective tissue is dense connective tissue. These are of two types. They are fibrous in nature. Tendons and ligaments are the types of dense connective tissue. Tendons are useful to attach the muscles to the bones. They are strong. These tendons are strong and they are useful to join skeletal muscles to the bones. These tendons are made up of collagen fibers and fibroblast nuclei. They contain fibroblast nucleus. They are fibrous. And ligaments helps to join bones to bones. They are also fibrous in nature. They allow normal movement. But tendons are flexible. So flexible, they allow larger movement. And these ligaments allow normal movement. They are made up of bundles of connective tissues. Next to dense connective tissue is fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissues are of three types: RBC, WBC and blood platelets. RBC is known as erythrocyte. WBC is known as leukocyte and blood platelets are known as thrombocytes. RBC is discoid in shape. Erythrocytes they are known as, and they contain hemoglobin as an oxygen carrying pigment. Their function is to transport nutrients including oxygen. They transport oxygen from the heart to all parts of the body. And WBC is otherwise known as leukocytes. There are 5 types of cells. They are monocyte, lymphocyte, eosinophil, neutrophil and basophil. Based on the presence of nucleus, this classification is done and their function is defense. They fight against the diseases. And platelets are known as thrombocytes. They are minute, anucleated and fragile in nature. They are the fragments of bone marrow. Bone marrow is otherwise known as megakaryocytes. So from the bone marrow, these platelets are formed. The main function of this thrombocyte platelets are blood clotting. They help in clotting the blood. Next is lymph. They are colorless fluid and they contain plasma and WBC. And the function of lymph is to exchange materials between blood and tissue fluid. Next is muscular tissues. There are 3 types of muscular tissues: skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. The muscle which are helpful to attach the bones are known as skeletal muscles. They are responsible for body movements. They are voluntary in function. They are striated in nature so that they are known as striated muscles. They are straight like stripes so that they are known as striated muscles and they are very strong muscles. And next is smooth muscle. They are present on the walls of the internal organs like blood vessels, stomach, kidney, etc. They are involuntary in function, so that they are known as involuntary muscles. Cardiac muscles are the special type of muscles. They lies in between the skeletal and the smooth muscles. They look like skeletal muscles, but they are involuntary in function, so that they are known as cardiac muscle. These muscles are present in the heart. The heart muscles are known as cardiac muscles. They are involuntary in function and rhythmic in function. They are helpful for the contraction of the muscles of the heart. Striated muscles are known as skeletal muscles. They are straight and very hard. The smooth muscles are broader in the center and tapers towards the end, so that they are known as smooth muscles. And cardiac muscles look like striated, but in the center they look like smooth muscles. And they are multinucleated. Both these skeletal and smooth muscles are uninucleated. Skeletal muscles are multinucleated. Next to muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Nervous tissues are nothing but the neurons. Neurons are the basic structural and functional unit of nervous system. Neuron contains three major parts. They are dendron, cyton and axon. Cyton are nothing but the cell body which profusely branched into dendrons. One of the dendrite which extends down and forms axon. The axon is covered by the myelinated sheath and it is terminated into synapses. The ability to receive stimuli within the body or from outside is done by these neurons. They also send signals to different parts of the body. So, these are the types of animal tissues. In the next video, we will see about cell division.